Power's back on. Welcome to the Completely Unnecessary Podcast for Tuesday, December 14th, 2021. Delayed by 45 minutes, nearly an hour. I'm Pat Contra. That's Ian Ferguson.
Are we recording?
We are recording.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
On the show today, we'll be talking about a review of the Analogue Pocket. Oh,
that's right.
We'll be talking about NFTs invading gaming. We'll also be discussing other Whodaddies and the fact that my outdoor couch might be ruined because the cover got blown off with a 35, 40 mile an hour gust of wind. And I yelled at the top of my lungs, fuck, in the middle of the neighborhood, but I don't care.
It's fine.
We talked about, Ian watched Heat.
So good.
We recorded it in the den on the cell phone because the power was out. But go to patreon.com/CU podcast. we hear us discuss Michael Mann and the great crime drama from 95, Heat.
Yeah.
Right there. Did you do anything else this weekend, Ian?
My weekend was pretty busy with work, but Vonnie decided that she wanted to become a pro Halo player this weekend. So
okay.
We'll see how that works out for her.
Okay.
I don't think, maybe not pro, but she, it was funny because she never has really any interest in that sort of stuff. But she was doing work in the living room, cataloging things, and I was playing some multiplayer and she kept looking up, and finally she just puts everything down and she's really into it. And then she grabs the controller out of my hand and tries to play. So that's what she wants to do for all of our upcoming trip, is learn how to play Halo. But no, I have no idea what else happened this weekend. It's been a hectic morning, sir. And we already talked about the important thing I did, which was Heat.
I have a $700 couch potentially ruined. So my day's not going well so far. This is going to push my editing back today. I want to watch little Steph Curry break the three-pointer record that Ray Allen set at MSG.
Little Steph.
TV. Little Steph. He's little Steph. He's 6'2". That's little for NBA. It's a little.
It's true.
So why are you going home, Ian?
Going home to see my parents for Christmas.
Christmas, Ian.
Christmas.
Well, ho, 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 Ian. Mm-hmm. I know we weren't supposed to gift today, but I got a couple of pre-gifts for you that I think you would enjoy. So
okay.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Okay, this first one, I might have to explain it to you, but take a look. And this is the GOAT gift wrap, by the way, the little kitten. It's gift wrap I had for 10 years.
Yeah.
Open that little... It's one I always use. I reuse it, too, because I don't know if I can get it.
Wake up and be awesome. All right. Oh, I like that. That's cute. It's a little wood Zelda pin.
It's not a pen, Ian.
It's not a pen? What is it?
It's a needle magnet.
Oh. A needle magnet.
So there's two ends to it. So when you're working on your crocheting, you can put one on one side and that, and then it holds it in place.
That is so cool. Look at that.
I guess you could use that as a magnet too, but that's not the primary function.
No, that's awesome.
You gonna use that? You use that crocheted in Buffalo?
Yeah, I will definitely use that. That's so cool. Taking that with me. Thank you, sir.
So, and then this other one. Open it up. Open it up.
Oh, that is good stuff.
It is the OSW, Old School Wrestling Podcast, Macho Man Christmas sweater.
That thing is fantastic. Oh, thank you.
Did you know they did that?
No, I did not.
You did not? Okay, good. It was a surprise then.
No, that's amazing.
Show it more.
I have to get something for you, sir.
Okay, and that was not given to us. I purchased that, but check it out. I think they're mostly sold out, most of the sizes.
That's amazing.
Check it out. Our friends at OSW, the Old School Wrestling, well, it's a podcast and a video show, and they've provided countless hours of entertainment.
They're good folks.
They're good folks. So now the hat's off. So we'll exchange gifts for real when Ian's back in a couple of weeks. Uh-oh. Put the hat back on. What do we got here?
I brought you tamales.
Oh my God, Ian.
It's 4 tamales. It's 2 pork verde, 2 cheese tamales. This is the person that Vonnie and I have been going to for 12 years.
Okay.
They are fought over by people like Treg and my
What do you mean
co-host.
fought over? Because there's not enough there?
No, people every year, people ask me for them. We ordered... Vonnie picked up 9 dozen tamales last night to be handed out as gifts. Or last night. To be
9 dozen?
9 dozen we bought from the guy.
Thank you, Ian. Should this be refrigerated?
They're fine, but you can refrigerate them.
Well, we're doing a podcast, but...
Steam them.
Steam them?
Steam them.
How do I steam them?
You put a steamer basket in there.
I don't have a steamer basket. I'm not a chef, Ian. A steamer basket.
We'll figure out something. Put a grate in there, or
put water up and then put something on top.
Yeah,
like a colander.
Put a colander in there and cover it. And just let it heat up that way.
Okay,
and leave them wrapped in the corn husks while you're doing that.
And that's better than like baking them or
microwaving them will dry them out. When tamales are cooked, they're steamed. The problem is there's a lot like
so these are uncooked.
No, they're cooked.
Just to heat them back on.
To heat them back up. Okay. That's how you want to do it. Otherwise, it'll get dry on the outside.
Okay, I'll try that. So I'll boil some water. And then I'll put like a colander
over the top, and then put a lid over that and let it sit for 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Ian.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
While I was picking around looking for the Analogue pocket, and there I was like, I'm going to let Ian say what's in this tray. I thought it was going to be the chili you promised me 5 months ago, but that's okay.
No. No. That'll come.
I'm happy you like that little
thing. That's very neat. I like that.
That was like Comic-Con.
Really?
There was a whole booth of those.
Oh, wow. I wasn't there.
That's why you didn't go.
No, my back was shit.
That's why I'm sorry.
It's a little bit better now.
That's why I was like, oh, man. No, it's not a man. Come on. Pat personalizes gifts here. Come on.
But yeah,
you gotta make a Menda cozy for me with that.
I like that. Moving on.
Speaking of Analogue, the pre-orders are back up. We're gonna have the full review later on the podcast. But they put up their pre-orders again. There's 3 batches. You gotta get in earlier.
It's probably too late now.
Well, for the first batch, but or second batch maybe. But Q1 2022, Q4 2022, and then Q1 2023 are the 3 batches, right?
Yeah, so I'm happy that Analogue is doing this. I've had plenty to say about Analogue, how they do their pre-orders and their advertising. I love their products. I don't love everything about the company. I'm very happy to see this. I saw a lot of people, so they're doing it in 3 batches, Q1, Q4, 2023, as Pat said. Yeah, I saw a lot of people complaining, well, what if I get in the... Well, then don't fucking buy
I don't know
one.
how else you do it.
Right.
Unless you do a lottery system, how else are you going to do it?
This is what everyone wanted.
This
is how Playdate did it. This is how, they are letting you order, and depending on when you get your order in, you will get one. I am sorry if it's a popular item and you don't get your item until later.
It's a luxury electronic item.
Yeah, it's a luxury item.
Not needed.
I absolutely understand people not wanting a company to hold on to their money for a year, but you don't have it. This is how, if you want it, this is how you get it. It's time to stop complaining.
And Analogue delivers products.
Right. It's here.
They're not a fly-by-night company.
So you'll get it. So I understand, but I feel like a lot of this is just people being needy.
It's not. It's just that they're disappointed. It's just I want things.
People
now.
want it, but I
hate to use the word privilege, but it's a little bit of like, if you're worried about this, come on, your life's not bad.
And if you think suddenly magically you're not going to want one in 2023, then you shouldn't be buying one in the first place.
I mean, they did raise the price 10% to $220. Understandable with everything going on. Everything's increased.
Playdate did it. I don't care. Yeah, $20 pay raise is price hike is not something I'm going to slaughter them over.
No, I'm not going to do it.
But yeah,
trust me, some of that's built in with the shipping cost too. Shipping is nuts. So they got to make up some of it probably there as well, to be honest.
So we'll talk more about that later, though. Plenty to say.
Game Awards happened, and we don't fucking care.
Don't care.
Most part.
Fuck the Game Awards. However, I will cover these things that I watched after the Game Awards and not during. I've become a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog lately.
I know, unfortunately.
I've always been.
I've seen the evolution.
But it's nice to have. I don't ever expect much from the games. It's just nice to see something and be excited and go, hey, there's Sonic.
I wish I can get excited for this character. I have no feelings at all towards this character. I gotta sneeze.
You have no emotion. No heart. No heart.
All right, Grinch, I just gave you a present.
No heart.
That you like.
Well, you also are talking bad about Sonic the Hedgehog. So there are 2 big things came out regarding Sonic the Hedgehog. We saw the trailer for the new game, Sonic Frontiers.
You saw it, I didn't watch it.
It's open world looking. It looks Zelda-y. And I will play it. But what I'm more excited about immediately is that we saw the trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, Part 2.
I did see the trailer.
And I'm excited for it. It comes out on April 8th. It looks like a Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
It looks better than the first one, just off the trailer.
Just looked better than the first one, and I enjoyed the hell out of the first one.
The first one looked like hot garbage for me. I'm not going to lie. I thought it looked like the typical, fish out of water, low budget, we'll just run around in a truck with Sonic.
Did you watch it?
Movie. No, I didn't watch it.
Okay. Then I don't care.
Am I wrong on that, though, assessment?
I mean, it's
most of the movie he's just running around with the guy and just like, what am I doing here?
I mean, not really. It's kind of. It's a buddy movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's a buddy movie.
Okay.
It's the same.
I mean,
but you got Tails in this one. And
it's far better.
I am a fan of Tails.
Well, I
am a fan of Tails. Look at my vintage Tails plush there. It's probably worth $100 by now.
This is actually something I wanted to bring up because it's fairly important. Her name is the voice actor, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, is the person who's been doing Sonic or Tails' voice, I believe, since Sonic Adventure.
Okay.
And it's what people wanted to see. It's rare that they use voice actors from a video game when they make transitions to movies. They always try to go with some, like Chris I mean,
it's a joke. There's another role he came up with recently that Chris Pratt's going to be voicing. It's not even a joke anymore.
You can tell this movie wants to be accepted and loved by the fans because they are doing things that other movies generally don't and things that people have complained about. Like I said, getting the actual video game voice actor to do the voice for Tails. So I think that's pretty great.
Chris Pratt's doing Garfield. We bring up the show before. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's got like 4 major voice acting roles.
So I'm excited for it. It was great to see Idris Elba.
Do you think it's too much introducing both characters in the same movie? You don't want to hold Knuckles for the third movie?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
I mean, with Sonic, I mean,
I don't think it's going to be too complex.
I don't know what the lore is to these characters.
And that gives Sonic a second enemy to go after, so it's not just Robotnik again,
and a real buddy, a furry bunny, not just a human,
a furry pal,
not just a human character
human.
that probably won't be in the movie as much this time around.
Tyson Hess, who does a lot of Sonic art, has done some of the Sonic comics and his own comics that are really good that I like. I'm happy storyboarder for it.
I'm happy you're happy, Ian.
He's a storyboarder for it. He says he's excited for it. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to continue the tradition of Sonic movies being decent, and I think it's probably going to be better than that Mario movie.
The tradition of Sonic movies being decent.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, what more can you ask for with video game movies? We haven't got. I mean, it's the best we've got.
You think the Mario movie won't be as good?
No.
With Nintendo probably at the reins to make sure it is this time.
I don't see Mario transitioning to a movie nearly as well. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. I don't think it'll be bad. I don't think it'll be great. They showed the only thing I'm going to talk about since everyone brought it up to me. They showed the Matrix demo in the new Unreal Engine. Was it Unreal Engine 6? I don't know. 5. It looks incredible. It's almost photorealistic. It's just what people are saying. Like,
it's nuts.
Like all the inanimate objects, the roads, the buildings, it looks real. Like the cars look real. The faces, you're getting close. You're getting closer on like the faces and people. It's close.
The faces are very close, and they no longer have those dead uncanny valley eyes that were so prevalent in the PS4 and Xbox One era.
I think it's more of an animation thing versus the engine. But
sure, there were definitely games on the PS4 that didn't have that, but
that's an animation thing, I think. But an artist thing. But no, it looks great. When I first saw it, I'm like, wow, is this going to be a new game? Because they're like in a shootout with the cars, with the agents.
No, it's literally just a themed tech demo.
Yeah. That's the legacy of Unreal. That's the legacy. That's it. We can't do a fucking game anymore. Epic. But, it's a basis for basically Fortnite. And it's the basis for, the engine that's not just revolutionizing gaming industry. They're starting to use it for movies as well.
Oh, sure.
So, like, the Unreal Engine is blowing up. They still use the Unreal logo. I mean, you can't do a game. You can't do a game. It's giving you everything, Epic. They've given you everything this game franchise has. Give back a little bit. That's all I have. Is that unreasonable? Is that unreasonable? Sorry, it's been 14 years since the last game.
That's fine.
It's been 14 years. 14 years since the last game. The creator of the NES and Super NES passed away. Masayuki Uemura. It's not a name I saw brought up a lot in the pantheon of Nintendo. He was the lead designer of both consoles. He was 78 years old. He joined Nintendo in 71 and brought I mean that's an incredible run, obviously.
Oh, that's a
just those 2 consoles like that. Jesus.
That's a massive career.
It's over 100 million consoles sold.
And I want to bring it up, I think this is why doing a little bit of a deep dive into video game history preservation, all that stuff is important because there's no reason why we shouldn't. I mean, if we're really into video games, there's no reason why I shouldn't know the name of the guy who designed the NES and Super Nintendo. And I don't. I hate to say it. I didn't know his name until he passed away. And that's sad. But, this is why I think it shine a light on the positives. This is why it's good that people are gathering this information now. Well, putting out histories and books so that we know the people who were truly... It's not that Nintendo did this. We know the person who did this.
Well, that's also the culture of a company, probably like
Yes.
Nintendo Japan. It's like, well, the individuals don't matter as much as the company making this stuff.
Potentially, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like... He wasn't. If he really wanted to, he could have like put his name out there by himself. But that's not what the culture is. It's like,
No.
yeah, I did a job. I created this, and that's it.
Fair enough.
He's been teaching the past since 2004. He was teaching at a university at Chiba Institute of Technology. Uemura. Oh, that's a good run. It looks like a fine fellow. Yeah, man, 2 bangers in a row. And it's like, all right, that's good. That's good.
2 bangers in a row. Went platinum on both of those.
You know what's a banger? UltimateNintendo.com is a banger. It's a banger for Christmas gifts. Get your orders in, I'd say, by the 16th at best to have a chance to get it delivered by the 24th, because there's no deliveries on the 25th, which is a Saturday this year. You got books. You got the pins. You got the enamels. If you want our chubby faces on your lapel, you can do that. RBI baseball stickers up the wazoo. Ian can now fit one on his new laptop. It takes a lot of real estate. If you want to do that, I put stuff over that. Make it like a base.
Yeah,
a base coat. A base coat.
I'm not doing it yet because it's a smaller laptop. I got a really nice big sticker that I got for my next laptop, but now that this is smaller, I'm like, do I want it to take up all that space?
We also have limited T-shirts left in limited sizes at UltimateNintendo.com as well.
Limited shirts and limited sizes.
So get your order in today. I'll be on Cameo Wednesday. No, I'm not Cameo. I was doing a sale on Cameo.com/Pat Contry. I'll be on Twitch Wednesday, twitch.tv/Contry Code. But if you want to give it Cameo as well, 80s and 90s commercials on Twitch. It's fun. It's fun.
You're fun.
Rats playing Doom.
How about it?
Doom 2 in particular.
How about it?
It's a heartwarming story. You don't want to give these rats are smart. You don't want to make them too smart though to take over the world. But it was an experiment done with a few different rats. So former Feinstein Institute's neuroengineer Victor Toth set a simple goal. He wanted to teach rats to play the classic 94-bit game Doom 2. This is from Futurism. So he mocked up a stage to make it easier for the rats to get through. Gave them a cute little like ball to they can run, like maneuver on.
Right.
And they run through a level. Like through sugar water to teach them what they're doing is right. They know they can run through a Doom in theory.
They can run a Doom.
They can run through it. Now, when it comes to the weapon use, they still don't know the rats are like, this is weird. I know this is weird. So they put an imp in the level. You can look at the video. It's adorable. By the way, there's 3 rats. The best one was Romero at running through it, is what I read. So, but if you look at the video, it's literally like a ball they're on.
Yeah, it stands on top of a mouse essentially. Yeah, and however
a mouse ball, but big mouse ball.
And however it runs,
the rat's on the mouse ball.
Yeah, that's right.
So they put him in a cute little harness. Oh, you didn't get that.
I did. It took me a minute.
So in the level, there's a little imp that shows up, and so they're trying to gauge away because obviously little rat fingers can't hit a lot of buttons. So he's trying to rig a way for the rat, I think, that's to like push back in order to activate the weapon to fire. And so right now the scientist is doing it himself to try to teach rat this is what you do there. But the rat's looking like, you can see the rat stop and it's like, what just happened here? Like someone shot for me. Like the rat realizes this is not like this is out of the ordinary.
No backseat drivers. Let me play the fucking game.
Well, you gotta get past the imp though.
True.
So but that's the next step. Once the rat learns how to use the weapons, now we can see, and they're gonna put this on Twitch. You get the rat to figure out to shoot the imps. Now we're on to something here. Now I'll watch Doom Rat on Twitch every single day.
Yeah.
I don't care if the levels just go forward and it shoots things. It's amazing that they can train rats to do stuff like that.
There's a question here. Why did you choose Doom 2? Why not Duke Nukem Wolfenstein Legend of Zelda?
Off.
So the answer
Doom
would
2.
be, for me, would be because Doom 2 is one of the greatest video games ever made. But he replied much nicer than I would have. The plan was always to train them on the first map of Doom 2. I thought the first map was perfect because it has all kinds of environments. It's easy, clear corridors, simple turns, bigger spaces, test a lot of stuff in there. And also because Doom 2, and this is a good point, Doom 2 is very easy to edit.
Yeah, and it's simple. Wolfenstein is simple as well. It's the same simplicity. You walk and you shoot. I mean, that's basically what you do. In this version, they mocked up the doors to open automatically because you don't want to have to constantly press buttons.
Right.
You don't want the rat.
You can help the rat a little.
Yeah, you don't want the
It's
rat
fine.
to be looking, push against all the walls looking for the secrets. Have the rat just go and knows the secrets and go across the wall. So it's an automatic button press. They're, when you go for it there. So it's adorable. Hopefully we see Romero or his friends on Twitch.
No, that's great. That's so cool.
Doing that. GameStop Q3 results were not good, Ian.
Yeah, just a brief reminder that the stock market boom, the health of a stock does not represent the health of a company.
No.
Not long term.
And their revenue stream.
It represents the speculation on a company and how well they're going to be doing. And GameStop, obviously, last year we talked about it on here. You couldn't miss it. It was all over the news. People took a very low dead GameStop stock and pumped it up to hundreds of dollars, and lots of people got rich, including the CEOs. But this didn't magically create a need for GameStop to continue existing.
No.
All it did was give golden parachutes to the C-suite that's going to be leaping out.
It gives your company more money to play with.
Yes,
obviously.
But from all the articles we've read and heard, this money is not being trickled down to stores.
Well,
Of course not.
Then they did do a stock sell-off earlier this year because that's where you get the money from. Okay, we sell off some of our stock, we get the cash to keep going. So this is what happened. For the 3 months ended October 30th, the company reported net sales of $1.29 billion, a 29% increase on the $1 billion made during the same period in 2020, probably because the new consoles came out. But they didn't turn a profit though. Still, net losses were $105 million for the quarter.
Right, because GameStop has no real reason to exist.
And the loss last year was $18.8 million. So what the hell's happening? They lost almost 100 more. But they lost only $111 million Q2. They're losing money every quarter. They're losing money every quarter still. You're losing $100 million every quarter. That's not good.
No.
You can survive for a small amount of time. But my God, we're starting the new console generation. This is it for you're still trickling out console sales for GameStop, but there's less and less a need. But you buy them directly, these consoles from Microsoft and Sony.
Well, and the other thing that I don't think I've ever really mentioned is, but that goes on with this. You mentioned the new consoles coming out, having been launched. Yes. Reset yourself, Ferguson. Okay. The amount of games that comes out for these systems is far less than they were on PlayStation, N64, 360,
Sure.
PS3. And so there's less people going in to buy shit. There's just less stuff to sell all around.
So they raised $1.13 billion. I should have read it before through the stock sale. So that was in June. So they basically raised almost $2 billion by selling back stock that was pumped up to ridiculous amounts because it became a meme stock, and obviously all the short sellers that went overboard on the short. We went through the math back in March when this happened. About this has nothing to do with the company's outlook or health of it. It went for people betting against it, but too many people were betting against it at the same time, basically. Hey, little ducky. So there you go. What else is going on, Ian?
It's Spider-Man No Way Home.
It's out. We'll have a full review next week, Ian.
Yeah.
If you're going to see it by Tuesday, please tell me you're going to see it by Tuesday.
No, I'm not going to see any of the Spider-Man movies. You can spoil it for me.
Okay.
I'm not.
You haven't seen any of the three new ones?
I haven't seen any of them.
You haven't seen any of the Sam Raimi ones you didn't see?
No, I saw one and two of the Sam Raimi ones. I have not seen the Garfield ones. I have not seen any of the MCU ones. That was kind of the beginning of the end for the MCU for me.
Okay.
So I haven't paid attention to it. So I'm not going to see it, but I don't care what you say about it.
Okay. Well, the reviews are coming out, and so far it's 100% Rotten Tomatoes from what I saw.
Nice.
I'm trying not to get super spoiled. For when I read a couple of reviews, the reviewers are doing a good job not spoiling. They're not required not to spoil, but they're keeping it not so. They're it pays an homage to the last 20 years of Spider-Man movies without saying well, does that mean the actors are in it or just the villains that we know from the trailers and commercials? That's not a secret. They're doing a good job keeping the secret. It's amazing. I still don't know, and we're 2 days before it comes out. I still don't know.
Right.
I know, but they've kept it under wraps there. And speaking of Spider-Man, the Stan Lee NFT was announced. The Stan Lee NFT from Stan Lee's Twitter.
So fucking sick
from the Stan Lee's Twitter account. Ian, if I die, can you do an NFT from my Twitter account? That'd be great. I'll do one for you.
No.
This is the Stan Lee Twitter account. From championing diversity to embracing new tech, they got to put that in here. Stan was one step ahead of the curve. To honor his innovative spirit, Stan's first Indian hero, Chakra the Invincible debuts its own NFT.
Fucking milk his corpse dry.
Its own NFT, digital art in parentheses, collection from 7:30 Pacific, whatever. So the comments were not good.
They never are. All these companies are doing these things, and like there is no positive feedback outside of a small space, but it's making them money because that small space keeps fucking spending money on these things.
It's the small speculators.
But the public take on NFTs is their dog shit. I've never seen something more universally accepted.
The energy,
this is garbage.
The energy use is unnecessary. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't still make sense to me. Dictionary.com responded. The word defile was first recorded in 1275 to 1325.
I love
it. It comes from the old French word defaler, meaning to trample on, violate. So a little editorializing from Dictionary.com.
I don't know if you pay attention to Dictionary.com, but they do it a lot, and I love them for it.
They do that a lot.
They oftentimes will post like words on a day without saying what it's related to, but it's obviously related to what's the biggest thing on Twitter.
They politicize, and it's fun.
It's fun.
Jacksepticeye said, the big YouTuber, this is awful. She just said, this is so awful.
Who said that?
Jacksepticeye. Well, one of the larger, mostly unproblematic YouTubers in the space there. It's horrifying. And we're rocketing towards it, and we'll have a... As I take off, I'm getting hot. As we get into the podcast, we'll be talking about NFTs. This is we don't usually do teas like this.
No, but 2 teases in this fucking intro.
NFTs invading gaming. We'll talk about NFTs a bit more later on.
Yeah.